it downfield. It is. Oh, it's caught. John Moran in the clutch. Oh, my word. Oh, my God. Deep to right field. Way up there. And way down the sideline. Jefferson. Another huge run. Jalen Red broke tackle. Stayed on his feet.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Blake's Take with yours truly, Blake Neiman. And today is not as normal of a day as you would expect, with me wearing different colors today, not Oregon State or Oregon. We're in Arizona State today, and that is in honor of my decision to pursue a sports journalism degree at the prestigious Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication at Arizona State University. After an incredible visit there this weekend, me and my family has decided that that is the best option for me to continue to pursue this Blake's Take podcast and trying to continue to get it to grow and get to that next level. I just thank you all for supporting me this far, and we're just getting started. And when I will be attending there this upcoming fall, things are really going to start to take off, and I'm really excited going forward. So just thought I'd announce that. I will also be announcing it on my other platforms, but I thought that you two better hear it first. But now on to the sports for today, which is the Pac-12 and its chances at the college football playoff now being in jeopardy after our number 3 Oregon Ducks suffered a devastating loss against Stanford in a crazy OT upset. Oregon had a 24-17 lead on the Cardinals heading into the final drive of regulation. The Ducks defense seemed to have came up with a stop after an incompletion as time expired. Yet, a pass interference call kept the drive alive and gave Stanford one more opportunity. This time, quarterback Tanner McKee would connect with Elijah Higgins as time expired in regulation to unexpectedly send the game to overtime. McKee came right out of the gates in overtime, throwing a dart to John Humphreys on a quick slant, tumbling into the end zone to take the lead, leaving it up to the defense to complete the upset. Stanford would shut down Oregon on the first 3 downs of their drive, and then on 4th and 8, Anthony Brown would attempt to make something happen with a roll right throw to Micah Pittman on the sideline, but he would land out of bounds as the Cardinals pull off the improbable 31-24 upset. This loss is a major hit to Oregon's chances at the college football playoff. Not to mention those of the Pac-12 as a whole, with the only other team ranked in the top 25 being UCLA, who also suffered a loss to a unranked Pac-12 team, but is now ranked in Arizona State. The game was actually quite controversial, with there being several questionable calls made by the officials down by the stretch, including a targeting penalty on star defensive end Kayvon Thibodeau. Not only did they lose Thibodeau for the 4th quarter of the game, they also lost him for the first half of next week's game against Cal. Other bad news from the game is that stud running back CJ Verdell could possibly be out, suffering a game-ending leg injury in the second half, another large turning point in this game. After a big win over Ohio State, the Ducks seem to be on a clear path to build an impressive resume for the College Football Committee. Now, that case is not as strong, but you never know what could happen, especially in a year like this, where unranked teams, FCS teams, are taking out top powerhouses left and right. I mean, heck, including the Ducks, 5 AP top 25 teams lost to unranked opponents Saturday, with 2 of those upsets coming in the top 10, with the Ducks and Kentucky coming up with the crazy win over the number 10 Florida Gators. The only 2 teams in college football that I am confident will hold their position, and that is still questionable, are Alabama and Georgia. These top 2 teams have proven that they can rise up to any challenge and execute how they are capable of executing. Everything else is a toss-up, though, with Iowa and Penn State facing one another next week. While the Buckeyes can put themselves back in position with a win over both of those elite schools in Iowa and Penn State, Oklahoma always manages to give us a scare against much less talented teams. It is like March Madness in October. No big school is safe from an upset, no matter how historically successful the program is. Great example of a team that their season turned upside down is the Clemson Tigers, who after losses to both Georgia and an unranked NC State have fallen outside the AP Top 25 for the first time since 2014. This has been one of the most eventful and thrilling seasons of college football in recent memory. Ever since the college football playoff was established in 2014, the teams competing for the top 4 spots have been pretty easy to identify. Ohio State, Clemson, Georgia, Notre Dame, Oklahoma, and Alabama. Those are the only schools that have made several or multiple college football playoff appearances, which is why they're the ones that most come to mind. Yet this year, there are new teams in the conversation, like Iowa, Penn State, Cincinnati, even Michigan is climbing up here with John Harbaugh. Who knows how things could play out the rest of the season, though, as we aren't even halfway through. So there could still be lots of time for things to shake up. And once again, no one is safe. It's a crazy college football season, and I'm loving every bit of it, loving the hype, loving the fans, and it just gives everyone a sense of pride. The Oregon State Beavers have 4 wins, 2 wins away from a bowl game. That is crazy. They haven't had this much success in a while. In fact, they are first in the Pac-12 North after their win over Washington, even ahead of the Ducks. That may not last long, but you never know. These Beavs are creeping in. They were ranked number 28, just outside the top 25 this week. So things are shaking up in the Pac-12 especially, and college football playoff as a whole, and I'm excited to see how much the rest of this regular season plays out and in how the postseason shapes up. Hope y'all enjoyed that and my commitment to Arizona State. Thank you to all who are supporting me in that decision. You can catch all of this and more of Blake's Take on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and or YouTube, and Phoenix coming soon. And I'll see you all in the next one. Have a fantastic day.